Morgan.
I'm Logan.
And I'm Caitlin.
So before we get started, I'm going to ask you some questions for a review. So you're going to look around the room and you're going to find, can anybody find something that is blue? And raise your hand when you found something. Real?
Our folders.
Okay. Crystal?
One of the sprinkles.
Okay, good. Anybody else?
The paper on the boards.
Good. Okay, so does anybody know what we were using when we were looking around the room to find the colors?
Our eyes.
Yes. Okay. So now, can anyone find something that feels like hard or soft? Any kind of texture? Raise your hand.
The table feels hard.
Anybody else?
The floor is hard.
Good.
Can anybody find something soft? Or they think that's soft?
Our clothes are soft.
Okay.
My brownies.
Good, yeah, that's good. And then what were we using to find those things as well?
Touch.
Good.
And our eyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
true. Okay. And then can anybody find something that can make a loud noise or like a soft noise if you bang it on something? And raise your hand when you want to share.
Me. I make very loud noises when I fall.
Anybody else?
Water bottles.
That's good. And then what were we using to like find those things if we were to use them?
Our ears.
Good. And then one last question. Who could find something that either smells good or you could think of something, or smells really bad?
My brownie.
Okay. Anybody else?
The hand sanitizer on the table.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
My feet.
That was a good one. Okay.
Sounds and cheese all day.
And then what were we using to find those items?
Our nose.
Okay, good. So, as you all know, we were talking about the five senses. So we'll get into that. And then Morgan will.
Okay, so what other living thing do you guys know of that you think uses the same five senses that we do?
Our pets.
Yeah, so like animals, right? So animals are just like humans. I mean, they use their senses to find their basic needs and just to survive every day in their lives. So how does a mouse find its food? What sense or senses does an animal use to find its food?
Don't they use their whiskers?
I've heard that they use their whiskers to find.
Because they have like bad eyesight, so they use their whiskers to feel.
Anybody else? Any other senses you think that they use?
Their nose.
Their nose, yeah, to sniff. Anybody else? Okay, and how about an owl at night, especially at night? So take that into consideration. What do you think an owl uses to catch its prey?
It's hearing.
It's what?
It's hearing.
It's hearing, yeah. What else at night? So think it's dark outside. What other sense would it use?
Their eyes.
Their eyes, yeah, because they're nocturnal and they actually have night vision, so they use their eyes at night to find their prey. So in your groups, I know we only have 2 groups, but I'm gonna have you guys discuss and try to come up with other senses that the animals use other than to find food. So they're hearing, they're smelling, they're tasting, they're touching, they're seeing. What other needs do they have when they use those senses? So I'm gonna have you guys talk and then come back together and we'll discuss.
I got you. Echolocation.
Use their touch, hearing, their sight, to see things around them. Their hearing to hear anything around them. Their
Don't like
smell to
the
smell
animals that like, don't they use taste to like know which plants are poisonous and which aren't? Because it's like the more sour ones are poisonous or something.
I'm not sure, but I think you're right. Yeah, no, like echolocation, just so they'll be able to tell where things are. And the taste thing.
Alright, is everybody done
Something
discussing?
smells.
Alright, so can I have a group share with me what they came up with? What sense they used and what basic need that animal uses that sense for?
Well, I came up with echolocation
Okay.
with the like bats and like some whales. Sit there and use it to be able to tell like where things are, so like sight.
Sight, yeah, that's good. You know a lot. You know a lot about that stuff. Anybody else?
They use their sight to see their surroundings and who's around them.
Anybody else have anything? Yeah.
Some animals like use their taste to tell which plants are poisonous and which aren't.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks guys for sharing.
Okay, so now we're gonna do an activity. It's called popcorn senses. So we're gonna be using popcorn to explore our 5 senses, our hearing, sight, smell, touch, and taste. So we're gonna be passing around some worksheets for you guys to do, and then part of the one sense, which is hearing, is we're gonna put popcorn in the microwave so you guys can hear how that sounds and use your hearing to kind of describe what it sounds like. Pass around popcorn.
Yeah, just ask.
Is that your microwave or was it there all
Here's-
the time?
It's better than the whole class.
Oh my god. I'm very observant.
Thank you.
So yours already done. I guess I did a lot. You could snack.
And then is anybody allergic to popcorn?
No.
Then for each one, you guys are just gonna use the category and fill out in there what that is. So for hearing, you guys would say what you hear in the microwave. Give it a couple minutes, it'll start making some other noises besides the microwave. What you see, what you smell. For touch, what it feels like. And then for taste, what does that popcorn taste like?
And also, since you have some popcorn right now at your table, you can even like pick it up and crumble it and see what it sounds like and put that under what you hear.
Oh, great.
Isn't it?
It's K through 2.
Takes a little bit for the popcorn.
Do you not like popcorn?
I don't like burps.
No.
discuss what we observed with our 5 senses. So we'll start with one of our senses, which is what did we hear? What did we hear from the microwave? And even if you picked it up and crunched it, what did you hear with the popcorn? What did you write down? Yes.
Popping.
Yes. What were you gonna say?
Breathes.
Yes. Good job. Okay, so now we're gonna do what we saw with our eyes. Say what you wrote down, or if you didn't write it down, you say it out loud. Yes.
I said yellow and white popcorn.
There's a couple colors in it. Yes.
It's very asymmetrical and almost looks like clouds.
Yeah. Good job. Okay, and then we'll move on to touch. What did we feel with our hands? When we touched the popcorn? Yes.
Crunchy.
Yes, it was crunchy. Anything else? It's a little uneven.
Did it have like a texture, like a buttery texture to it? Was it dry?
Okay, and what did we smell? Our noses. Yes,
It smells buttery.
yes, it does. Okay, and taste. If you didn't eat it, what do you think it would taste like if you've had popcorn before?
Buttery again.
Yeah.
Did anybody have a burnt piece at all? Yeah. Did you enjoy that?
I don't like the smell. I'm not even gonna try to eat it.